Good morning and welcome to Herb Oracle Podcast, botanical divination with herbs, essences, flowers, and trees with your host, Herbal Marie. Let's start the day off pulling some oracle cards and getting a few messages. We can shoot the shiitake in a spiritual way-ish. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post a pic of the cards at Herb Oracle. Thanks so much for joining me. Here we go. TGIF, it's been a long time. It's been a long time coming. Hey everybody, we made it to Friday. It only took us 3 months. Good job. All right, so we're wrapping up the Colt's Foot week and we're going to do a pick-a-pile today. Just straight up numbers because that's pretty much all I can pull together. And I have water in my ears. Can you tell? Am I talking funny? What's with getting water in your ears in the shower? Like, I did not even submerge my head in water and I feel like my ears are full of water. All right. Hey, you win some, you lose some. Yeah, I even put swimmer's drops in twice and nothing. I did 4 headstands, shook my head till I was dizzy. Like, I don't know what's up. So I probably just need some sunshine. All right, this is starting off really good. How's it going? We're going to do a pick-a-pile today and get you some messages for the weekend. Hopefully it's just for the weekend. If not, I'll see you again in another 3 months, since that's kind of like how I've been rolling. Like, do 2 podcasts, take 2 months off. Do 2 podcasts, take 2 months off. All right, our numbers just chucked themselves out on the floor, so I would shut it. And literally 3 numbers fell out together on the floor. I think this is the first time for that. But I think it's just saying, hey, you know what? Why are you taking so long? Let's get it going on. All right, so here's your pick-a-pile messages for Friday. Get this, May 21st, 2021. I just love seeing that 5/21/21. Ooh. Your numbers are number 64, number 1, and number 92. Holy crap. All right, so we have 64, 1, and then 92. So 6 plus 4, 64. Our first pile is like number 10, which actually could be reduced down to 1, 1, 1, and then 92. 9 plus 2 is 11. So that's kind of interesting. 11, 11 is what I have. I'm actually looking in front of me. Only number nerds are going to get this part, so just bear with me. But the numbers all reduced down to a 1, 1, and then an 11. So it's basically 11, 11. All right, so you can't go wrong today. I love that. And really, you cannot go wrong with either pile because you're going to get a Botanic Whisper essential oil. You're going to get a little essential oil. Am I repeating myself? You're going to get a soulflower, a plant spirit oracle, a dragon butterfly, a activation, and a flower whisper. And then there's these cute little cards, like basically telling you to work less. Bam. Success. Absolutely. All right. Anyways, thanks for hanging out with me today. I'm going to take a picture of these piles, and because I am going to upload this shit on my Instagram. So try to get over there so I know that I should keep doing that at Herb Oracle. And you decide right now. I mean, yes, you can stay and listen to all the piles. You know you're allowed to do that. But if there is one pile, one number that speaks to you more than the other, really tune in to that one. So you've got 64, 1, or 92. This affirmation minute is brought to you by our expansive herb of the week, Colt's Foot, and I dedicate them all to you. Thank you. I breathe in life. I open into the now moment. I let go of cherished outcomes and accept my present experience. I focus on my current state and feel a true sense of presence. I flow with joy and peace. I breathe in life. I open into the now moment. I let go of cherished outcomes and accept my present experience. I focus on my current state and feel a true sense of presence. I flow with joy and peace. And so it is. Okay, so your choices are 64, 1, or 92. I also just want to tell you that the color around the number 64 is like this plum color. We have a verde green around the number 1, and 92 is orange. So if you need a little color influence, like a plummish, it's plummish purple, like, I don't know what you call that, rose, mahogany, wine, plum. It's just plum. The green is very genuine green and orange with a slight burntness to it. So there's the colors. We're going to start out with number 64. 6 plus 4 equals 10. I love seeing 10s. I just feel like they're pats on the back. Perfect 10. Good job. Keep going. We like what you're doing. 6 plus 4. What do you think about that? All right, well, let's see what the cards are, and then maybe we'll come to a conclusion about what we think about that. So if you picked number 64, I'm gonna start off with a problem or the work one, which is basically like this is the little cards that I found at Goodwill one time called like getting out of the rat race, and another one, but they're cute. All right, so I love it when I say they're cute and then it overloads me with cuteness. All right, if you pick this first pile, which is number 64, your first message, and you're welcome for this, your first message is join the circus. Yep, join the circus. So there's this little lady who is in a pink little tutu dress with a pink plummish umbrella, and she's walking the tightrope. She has a party hat on, and she's really like totally not freaking out that she's walking on a tightrope. Like, she is not looking down. She's got like one foot on it, one foot pointed off of it, like swooping as she's walking. She's got her arms out for balance. She's got this big old, it's not a big old umbrella, but she's got a big old hat in this like little parasol umbrella. But yeah, it's pinkish and plummish. So she matches the number 64 perfect with the message join the circus. So if you were wondering what to do this weekend, see if you can join a circus. Apparently the cards think that's a good idea for you. What's really the message? The message on the back, which is actually pretty long, I'll just kind of flub my way through it here. It says, all too often, life can feel like a high wire act. Work assignments snowball, computers crash, office tensions escalate, and it feels like you're working without a net. So if you're kind of been feeling like you're up on this tight wire and there's not even a fucking safety net to catch you, like a little pressure. I would say that's a little pressure going on in your life. You might as well put the experience of working in a metaphorical circus to use. So this is a message to indulge that childhood fantasy and run away to a real one. Very literally, it's saying find out if there's a circus school nearby where you can actually be the daring one on the flying trapeze, or find a place where you can feel the sheer joy of being airborne by jumping on a trampoline. So interesting. It's like actually saying like use some type of physical outlet to maybe break free and escape this conundrum you've sort of set up for yourself with this like high tension type of stuff going on. Anyways, so just going to the circus is a great way to view the scene from the grandstand and marvel at how many similar skills you have, if only figuratively. So kind of like, it's like if your life, what's that little saying? It's like, not my circus, not my monkeys, right? Like you just feel like part of this ridiculous act. You're just like, what the hell are these freaks? Who are these freaks? Like, I can't believe I'm constantly asked to do this stuff that's like no normal human should have to do. Like, just really start to play the role. You're like, you know what? And I'm the grand master of the fuckery, and watch me walk this tightrope blindfolded, figuratively, in your life. All right, so good advice for number 64. We got a flower whisper. It says, if you look into nature, you will understand everything better. So that's kind of, now this card is very plumish. We're getting into some deeper hues of plum. But yeah, like look at like how like ants can walk up the wall, or like a praying mantis could walk across a branch just upside down. Squirrels can scamper up and fly from branch to branch. Like nature is natural circus entertainers. They can naturally do things that are just so incredible when you think about it, like butterfly fluttering, like just flying in general, of course, is amazing. But like think about how like all the other animals can do pretty cool things. So yeah, it's like, why don't you start to see yourself as an animal, or see yourself as capable of doing things? Not that you need to hurt yourself. Because one of my headstands that I was doing, like I could tell like I was like just like I was trying to be as straight as I could be, but like there's a point where like you pass over the line and like I totally fell over. I tried to like roll into it, but I didn't really do a good job. I didn't thud. I did not thud, okay? Like I did save face ever so slightly, but it really wasn't that graceful either. So yeah, like don't hurt yourself, but also start to see that, you know what, nature is amazing, and guess what? So are you, because you are nature. So if you look deep into nature, you will understand everything better. All right, just gonna leave you with that. Let's get you smelling lovely. Let's see what your essential oil is. Yay, you get lime. Now, she really does look like she could be in a circus, like a sexy clown. She has lime green hair, like it's a wig, obviously, because like it's cut straight across like a little box on her face, and it only is about poker straight cheekbone length, and it's lime green. She's got green eyes. She's got green lips, lime green lips. And yeah, her arms sort of twist into lime zest, and there's a slice of lime in front of her. And she's sort of cupping her face and like looking out so cutesy in the distance, but you know, she's a really little devilish thing. And lime comes in with the message of outspoken action and zest. So she could totally be running around being comical or devilish in like a circus clown production. And she comes in with an affirmation for you that says, I speak my truth loudly and live my life daringly. When life feels too heavy, a little mischief and play can set me right. So that's pretty awesome, because it's like you got the message to join the circus. Now, that's not because you're a freak. Well, maybe a little bit. That's because you are ready to have fun. You're ready to entertain. Yeah, maybe a little mischief. Maybe you like the clowns that like come up and, I don't know, de-pants somebody, or like squirt water in somebody's face, or honk honk on the nose. I don't know what floats your boat, but like there's something that like, yeah, you're kind of ready for a little mischief. A little all is in fun, just in jest, just in fun. A little action, a little zest, just a little, yeah. You're bored, man. I think it's like this message is like kind of like you're bored. Like, yeah, you have this crazy life, this crazy job, like, and it's just like, you know what? Could we just please have some fun? So anyways, if you feel like life has gotten kind of bittersweet, lime it up with some daring type of loud action, be outspoken. You don't need to be subtle, really. You don't need to be like feeling like, I don't know, you just sort of are bittersweet, right? Life's bittersweet. Everything's good, but it's just not fun. That's kind of what I feel like. Like life is feeling a little too heavy. We could just have some April Fool's fun. I don't know. Think about it. All right. Moving on, you get a flower today. And you get some more. Oh, this really has just made the layout so pretty. You got wood betony with a message of grounding. And it's plummish, pinkish, and it's got a pink background. And then it's got these lime green leaves in this watercolor by Soulflower. So it just pulled together all the cards. This pink and green thing we've got going on. This hot pink, plummish, lime green combo. Very fun. So this message of grounding. The Arcturians today, yeah, I always got to bring them in. The Arcturians today really wanted us to be ready for ascension, not just like in higher frequency downloads, like new energies coming in. And they were saying like, don't just be ready on like special days, like full moons or solstices or portals. Like, although 5/21/21, I feel like there's something up with today. But anyways, they were saying be ready all the time. And one of the ways we can be ready for new energies and new life experiences and just being prepared for whatever, being prepared for the circus of the day, is grounding. So, and you got the card, if you look deep into nature, you will understand everything better. So nature is like calling you outside. Get your feet on the ground, get around trees, get around wood betony, get around green things, and let that energy ground you and keep you balanced. So if you are walking the tightrope, if you are swinging through the air on the flying trapeze, you really do want to have an excellent sense of balance and be grounded, you know, so that you can metaphorically, whatever, figuratively catch, I'm seeing you catch another person on a trapeze. It's like you have to be so grounded too, you know, whatever it is that you want to be doing in your life. So here's what wood betony says. Like a loving hug, wood betony energy is very physical, calming and grounding, helping you connect with your intuition and gut feelings, and strengthening your boundaries so that you can manage relationships and responsibilities with ease and a strong sense of physical and emotional well-being. So that's all good. But yeah, like you definitely do have a strong physical message. If you picked this pile number 64, you know, it's like asking you to move your body. It's asking you to have a little fun, a little mischief, a little just, yeah, a little fun. Doesn't mean you have to be a loose cannon. It doesn't mean you have to like not enjoy yourself, like, because you feel like too crazy. Like the clowns might seem crazy, but they know exactly what they're doing. Even if they're like tumbling and rolling and launching their self out of like little cannons to make it look like they're out of control, they are very much in control of that performance. So you can be very much in control of your performance of your responsibilities, of your relationships, of your things that you're putting on by being grounded within your day. So if you look into nature, you will understand everything better. So it's like, see how nature can still have fun and yet still be so grounded. All right, so I'm gonna flip over the Plant Spirit Oracle card now for you, like just to see if there's any like why are you not, like I'm kind of wondering why you're not having fun, like, or if there's anything else you can do. Oh, I just literally saw a bird dive from the branch, like straight down. Speaking of circuses. All right, your Plant Spirit Oracle is plantain. Okay, so plantain is not a flying trapeze herb, in my opinion. It's, oh, I just saw your answer too. So I was asking like what's the glitch here? What happens with plantain? It grows where people walk. So I just answered my own question. Why are you feeling like you can't have fun? You feel like people walk all over you all the time, like tread on you, don't even see you. Like plantain is one of those plants that people don't even see. Grows in the cracks of sidewalks or, or in the grass, and people don't even see it. They're not even aware of it. So this unawareness has maybe made you feel invisible. And so that's why you're getting this mischief card with the essential oil of lime and the join the circus card. And it's just kind of like, listen, like you might just want to be a little more outspoken, because you are allowed to be seen. And you are allowed to make noise, and you are allowed to be zesty. You really are. So, and you can do that. You don't have to be an asshole. You can do that in an innocent, fun, mischievous way. Just think like elf energy or fairy energy, like just a little mischievous, just to have a little fun. Come on, it's tempting. All right, so plantain also has this message too, where she's very grounded. She's sitting cross-legged on the plantain, kind of in this meditative state, but also kind of in this like very calm, innocent state. But it also might lean into being naive, being a little bit too, like I said, taken advantage of, or people just don't really give you credit or walk all over you or don't see you. But you know what? Start being a little shit and being mischievous. Everybody will see you then. Like you don't always have to be so passive. Okay, your dragon butterfly is lilac. So we've got some more plummy colors here, lavender, lilac. It's so sweet. The butterfly dragon is a veined J, so it's black with just little spots of aquamarine. It's absolutely gorgeous, and it's coming in with a message of love. So that's pretty fun, because like all the other cards were like, be outspoken, be mischievous, like, and I was just telling you don't have to be a jerk, but you could still have some fun. Yeah, if you're coming from a loving place. So if you're coming from a loving place and you play a little prank on somebody, no feelings are usually hurt. Like everybody knows it's all in fun and jest, and it just starts like a little bit of excitement. Like even now I'm saying like playing yard games, or like just having some fun, like maybe like little squirters or water guns, or like just a competitive beanbag toss, or just some fun, or just some light roasting of each other, just a little teasing. But if you're doing it from love, no feelings are going to get hurt. Nobody's getting stepped on, So I think that's a good message for yourself too. If that message from plantain really struck a chord that like you've been feeling ignored, you do need to conjure up more love, and I know it's like you look for the applause, in the audience maybe, but that's actually, you want to make sure that you yourself are bringing it in, kind of what the trees said yesterday, within yourself, and also through nature. Also through nature, absolutely. All right, so wrapping up message 64, your last card, which is an activation, is called Return to Heart. Okay, and what's really awesome about this is, remember how I said the butterfly had this like aquamarine in it? This card is aquamarine and turquoise and teal, like all the beautiful blues, and there's a heart blast of light in the center. And your activation says, which is to be listened and read and said as an affirmation, I breathe light and stick to the essential for my soul, the present moment. I calm my thoughts. I focus on my heart and find space to be where my light and greatness are. I find peace and inner silence. So you kind of had like a journey with these cards in a way. You know, it's like, yeah, you had like this little fun run-in with the circus and making a little mischief and playfulness, you know, to lighten up your load, because you just feel like you've been walking on a tightrope without a net, right? You just want to be a little loud, speak your truth, be a little daring, but then at the same time, it was inviting you into nature. Ground yourself, sit with a plantain, meditate, feel more love, and then we bring it all back into the heart space, returning to the heart, breathing light, calming our thoughts, focusing, like exactly what the trees said, in that inner space inside of you where you're going to find your light and your greatness and your peace and your inner silence. So even if you are a clown on the outside, you can still hold that place of peace and light within you and do all things from love. Okay. As I watch this big old truck fly by, I just had a really interesting thing happen. It's like nice out, and I know there's a farmer's market down the street, so I'm like harassing my girls to get up and take a walk with me, and they're finally ready, and we're all ready to go, and then all of a sudden, my ankle, just for no fucking reason, starts hurting, like stabbing, like I can't put any weight on it, like right before we're supposed to take a walk. So I don't know about you, but if something like weird like that happens, like I just cancel plans, like, okay, sorry, like we're just not going. Even though I wanted to go down and see my friend Sherry, who has her bakery stuff out, I guess it's not happening. So anyways, and I sit down here to do pile number 1, and I see it's 11:01. So a big one. We got the big one here. 11:01. Lots of different, sometimes like the messages are all around me, and I'm like just doing my best to interpret and see what they're all about. Okay. I'm trying to lay this out like I did the other one, and I don't know if I can or not. I think the number goes up there, down here, essential oil, soulflower. All right, so the walk was canceled, I guess, because all of a sudden my ankle just decided to throw a tantrum. Okay, fine. Maybe we weren't supposed to go. Okay, you ready for this pile number 1? Did you choose the middle pile? The middle pile is number 1, and it's got that green border. I was like all trying to go outside, like, you know, connect with nature and shit. I guess I need to do it, but like just lay still, because man, you know, I use my body to make money. So it could be a really horrible night at work if my ankle doesn't knock that shit off. Okay, so middle pile number 1, you get your rat race. So a rat race is defined as a competition of speed, as in running of long-tailed rodents. That's what the front of the card says. And so this first message is about the pace of your life and your, career. And it says, if the job that initially seemed promising and rewarding feels like a bit of a grind, and if work tasks that used to be engaging now feel like going through the motions, take a closer look at what's really troubling you. So I'm just going to overanalyze what just happened to me. Okay, so I did want to take a walk, but was there more to it? I do want to get outside, but I'm feeling like I'm forcing my daughter to take a walk. They don't want to. I'm feeling like maybe I have to and I don't want to, but I do want to. But I was also feeling a little nervous about walking down too, or just a little hesitant. So I think in life, you gotta these subtle energies, when we ignore them and we go against them, sometimes our body has to speak louder and for it to get our attention. So, and maybe if I would have just taken the clues, it doesn't really feel completely in alignment, kind of feel a little hesitation, but yet what did I do? Keep pushing forward, keep doing the rat race. And then my ankle had to be yo, bitch, did you not feel the little tug of hesitation? That could have been where it all stopped, but you decided to ignore that tug, and now you have ankle pain. Try taking that walk now. So I don't know, and I know it's over looking into everything, but guess what? That's what oracle readers do. So yeah, this last, a guy that I hung out with this year, he was do you read into everything? It was kind of getting on his nerves that I was always reading into everything. And it was yeah, you little bitch, that's what I do. So anyways, that's when I really knew I needed to quit hanging out with boys and come and hang out with you instead. All right, so ask yourself what's really going on here. Are you really dissatisfied with everything in the job description, or are there one or two areas that are still interesting and exciting? Does a demanding travel schedule make it hard to recharge your batteries? So in your life, if you are feeling ask yourself what's really going on. Do you need to recharge? Is it hard to keep up with deadlines? Just too much constantly changing stuff wearing you out? Your advice is try to assess what's really unbearable about the work routine, what you like, and what may get better with time. So basically, once you identify what's really bothering you, you can begin to make some constructive changes. So it's if you'd like your schedule to be different, think about what's not working, think about what is working, think about what could be better over time, start to make changes now. So that's good advice for me personally, because me having to act like a drill sergeant to get people out the door is annoying. And it's what can I do to help that scene? All right, let's move on here from pile number 1. It isn't all about you, Sadie. We're getting a little violet pansy flower next for the flower whisper. And it says, forgiveness is the fragrance that the violet sheds on the heel that has crushed it. So as soon as the violet flower is stepped upon, the fragrance it releases is the smell of forgiveness. So it's you have to immediately forgive, just instantly, like the violet does. So if somebody rubs you the wrong way or says something, or instant forgiveness. All right, I'm just going to let that sit there. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that impossible request. What happened to my energy too? It literally all went down to my ankle. All right, let's get some smelly. Smelly. I didn't even say smell good, and now I see why. It's time. It is smelly. It smells like an old man to me. It's very powerful, medicinal smell. Her dress matches the green border around the number 1 perfectly. Time has a message of courage, of safe passage, and smoke. And now flips, the negative side could be like a message about being a coward or limbo or extinguish. But this is about courage and safe passage. Very interesting. See, I was not supposed to cross the road right now. I rise to challenges with courage in my heart and fire in my soul. I move easily through this life and beyond, elevating my spirit as I go. So interesting message for me. You know, it's like this morning and like last night and this week, like I've felt like a little bit older than I normally feel, and I haven't really enjoyed that experience. And it's because I was been hanging out with younger folk. And I don't know, like it's just sort of in my head a little bit that I'm older. And so I just think that like it's a good reminder for us to if we're constantly saying things like, oh man, my body feels like 100 years old, don't be surprised when it does. But if we start saying things like, I move easily through this life and beyond, elevating my spirit as I go, then we can easily rise to challenges. We can easily take a walk without feeling like our ankles is going to snap off. So we have to really watch our mental state now. And I'm seeing that like more than ever, it's quick. Like whatever you've been thinking, it pretty much materializes pretty rapidly. Observe yourself and see if that's true for you. But like just a few days of me thinking and questioning, like, am I an old fuddy-duddy? Am I too old for this shit? Right? Like, I don't know. I feel kind of older. Just a few days of it hasn't really served me. So I want to snap out of that instantly. Just as I'm going to instantly forgive things, I want to instantly forgive myself as well. And really find out like just like the rat race, like questioning your occupation. Well, question your thinking too, like it's one of your jobs. Like, okay, so your job, everyone's job is to think for yourself. What's working? What is not working? And what could you improve on? You know, just like solid feedback to yourself. Observe your thoughts, see how it's playing out, see if it's assisting you or if it's pulling the rug out from under you. And just make changes, adjustments, and improvements accordingly. All right, soul flower for you. If you picked number 1, you get red clover with tranquility. Red clover helps support a sense of clarity, individuality, and self-awareness in the midst of our chaotic and often negative world. She is calm and steady. She's a calm and steady presence, helping you to remain balanced and to think and act from your center of truth, despite whatever may be taking place around you. So I know it's a little chaotic in the background. You know, I've got traffic nonstop, like the huge log truck just flew by my house, a motorcycle before that. It's busy, you know, and maybe there just wasn't maybe it was just too busy for me to go in the mix today. Maybe I just really need to go in the backyard and hang out with the violets and the red clovers, which I haven't seen any red clover in my yard yet. Just FYI, I have not. I have a red clover yarrow tincture somewhere if I want to connect with red clover. I'm pretty sure I still have buds from last summer that I need to make tea. Like, what is stopping you, woman? Can't blame your ankle on that. All right, so bringing in this peacefulness kind of now works in together with time in the message of safe passage. This rat race, this chaotic and negative world, you know, like you are going to have to up your forgiveness practice. You are going to have to make it a point to find tranquility within you as you connect inward and get grounded and balanced in your center of truth, despite what may be taking place around you. So time says, yeah, you will rise to these challenges because you know that you can easily move through them. And you do it in a peaceful way. Like, think of how smoke can kind of just go wherever it wants. You know, like nobody can grab onto smoke. Their hands and fingers just go through it. So you kind of have to be smoke. You kind of have to just be a forgiving, fluid energy at this point. Especially if your world seems extra crazy and extra busy and extra chaotic and extra negative and like the nastiest rat race you could ever imagine. You're going to have to up your game and really just kind of find that courage within, that fire within. It says, courage in my heart and fire in my soul. And no kidding, I just flip over the plant spirit oracle and you've got fire. You've got passion, you've got energy, you've got movement, you've got courage in your heart and fire in your soul. So you're not really this little violet anymore. You've found your tranquil center of truth. However, what you also found there is inner fire, a fuel, a passion that's going to maybe not be noticed, but it's going to get you through. You know, it's sort of like the unassuming woman can get a lot done in her day. You know, it's like you kind of just get it done, but you have enough energy and movement and passion to do it. All right, let's see what your butterfly dragon is. Oh, a fiery one here. Literally red and orange butterfly. It's a Gulf fritillary, and it's on a passion flower. So now you have back-to-back passion flower coming in with a message of faith. So you've got, not only do you have fire inside of you, you have faith inside of you. And that's going to help you remain balanced, connected to your inner courage, connected to that fire in your soul, that courage in your heart, elevating your spirit. You know, it's like, yeah, everything's crazy. And just like the violet who was crushed by somebody's heel, probably mine, you instantly forgive everything and you just keep going. You keep perfect faith. All right. And we're ending with a very yellow card called Divine Light. So if you picked number 1, yeah, your life is definitely crazy, maybe competitive. Maybe you feel the need to be number 1, or maybe that's just like a theme in your life, super competitive nature, everybody trying to get in that first place position. But really, like, the only position that you need to be concerned about is what's going on within you. So it's like, make sure you're investing in yourself, fueling yourself, taking care of your inner space, your inner fire, your inner passion, your inner faith. And that will allow you all the courage, all the movement, all the elevation you need. So you get Divine Light, who asks you to say to yourself, I am an expression of love, and I shine like the sun. My inner light is my strength and my treasure. My intuition guides me to discover the wonder and goodness of who I am. So it's a crazy world, we get it. But you are here to shine like the sun. You are here to stay connected to your heart space, to your center of truth, to your inner passion, and be an expression of love, that which you love, that which you are excited and passionate about. So your inner light is your strength. It will give you the courage, the faith, and the fire that you need. And your guidance will be your intuition to discover the wonder and goodness of who you are. Okie doke, are we ready for pile number 92? I feel 92 years old today. I don't actually know what 92 feels like, but what's interesting is 92 backwards is 29, which actually is the age of my new male friend. Is that too young for me? Is that what's been bugging me for like a week now? The fact that a younger man is interested in me, and I should be flattered, but like actually it just makes me feel stressed out. I mean, I am flattered and I love it, but I'm also like, what the fuck are you thinking? I'm 13 years older than you. Is that too much of an age difference? All right, let me know in the comments. He's 29 and I'm 92. Is that a problem? All right, so let's see what 92 brings in. It's got an orange color border, and it comes in with a message of express passion. Hug your kids. I love my cat. Save the fish. There's this little lady holding up these signs expressing passion. All right, so I love this because, yeah, I did start off with just sharing a little bit of my newest chapter in my story. You've missed a couple chapters because I've been busy. But, so now we're on to this chapter, which is, old lady Sadie dates young barbershop boyfriend, and he's so sweet. He's the sweetest. But yeah, he also baby man. So it doesn't seem to bother him much, and it really doesn't bother me, but every once in a while I'm like, what are you thinking, dude? Like, aren't any of your friends trying to talk you out of hanging out with me? I mean, I am pretty good looking, I get it, but what do you feel about age differences? Like, I was talking to my friend Stacy yesterday about this, and she thinks it's okay if the woman is older. Like, she thinks that's fine. Of course, my best friend would tell me that, yeah. But no, she really does. She would tell me if she didn't think it was okay. But she does think that's better, like it's okay. But she does not think it's a good idea for the man to be older than the woman, because she has this friend who, yeah, it was like the 22-year-old girl fell for like the 40-year-old guy. So there was like basically 20 years in between them. And for the first 12 years, it was like not a big deal. But now later on in life, like I think the woman's like 50-ish now. So that makes the guy 70-ish. And she says now it's just like ridiculously like a mismatch, because she's still feeling frisky and fun because she's only in her 50s, and he's just like falling asleep by 7 p.m. So she's like not a big advocate of a lady going for an older guy, but she says like, if the woman's older, it's fine. And actually she says, then you should, because guys die younger. Hey, South American medicine women always have their lovers 10 years younger. So I just basically did that, basically. 92, express your passion. What do you get passionate about? What do you get passionate about? This is a great question for us all to stop and reflect on. Let's try to switch gears here instead of judging Sadie for being a cougar. Let's think about what we're passionate about. Well, I'm passionate about younger men. Not really. I generally would say no to that. But I guess I'm making an exception for such a sweetie. For a while anyways, But yeah, it's like, I think we just overcomplicate things in our life, and like we do, like instead of keeping it just simple, like, hey, love is love, or we're having fun, or we're enjoying ourselves, we jump the gun, we think ahead, we overcomplicate things. Ego just, gets in there and throws wrenches and wheels and shit. So anyways, but my big question is it making my ankle hurt? Because if it is, there's a glitch there. I got to figure out, like, maybe it's a lesson in life for me that, like, I shouldn't care about things. I shouldn't care about my body really, or outward appearance. Maybe it's got like something to do with that, or maybe it is just because, like, I am such a young spirit, and he's such an old soul, it just kind of works. Anyways, what are you passionate about? This question has been on the tip of my tongue because, with moving and stresses and drama and all this not fun stuff that I've been going through the last 4 months, it has been a big eye-opener in a lot of ways. Like, okay, so what would make it worth getting up every day for? Like, I used to be like, yeah, I just live for my kids, Well, then suddenly my kids don't want anything to do with me, or they resent me, or they're teenagers or whatever. And it's like, okay, well, there goes that one. It used to be like certain crafts. I'd be like, oh, I just can't wait to get up and start working on my rug or working on this. And it's like, now I don't really have anything like that motivates me. Is it my podcast? Am I still passionate about my podcast enough to the point where I can get excited about it? There is something very exciting about new love and romance, and I do love that. So it's like, whatever you're passionate about, focus on it. Even if it's just a well-cooked meal. Like, are you just excited to go shopping, buy some fresh produce, plan out a meal, follow a recipe? It could just be like something like that today that gets you excited. So if you've been feeling like you're 92 years old and you've been there and done that and nothing's that exciting and life's just kind of meh, what can you get passionate about? Your family, eating, cooking, going outside, doing a craft, making a project. I don't know. Even if you're 92, energetically, you can still get zest back. So what are you passionate about, and what do you do about it? Do you bottle it up? Are you using this passion and excitement, or are you expressing it? Even if like you just have energy and you want to do something, like write a letter, hang out with somebody, go to lunch, make a phone call. Expressing your passion is a great way to feel very alive and engaged in the world. So this is truly one of the best simple pleasures, just being engaged in the world. Don't you love people who just seem to like have a project or something to do or purpose? And I think whenever we lose sight of our passion, that's the big downer. We lose sight of having true purpose. We're like, what's the point of life? It's not fun anymore. This sucks. And so then what happens? Well, the universe hooks you up with a 29-year-old. That's what will happen. You guys, I'm just warning you. Do you want this to happen to you? Unlike some other cultures, the West does not tend to be highly expressive and passionate, but we could start to change that. So yeah, we do need to be more loving, more passionate, more exciting, more just doing something, or, you know, like having an interest in life, feeling connected, even if it's just family dinner. That would be like a huge step for me right now, because like family dinner seems impossible. No one's ever hungry because they've been snacking all day. Nobody likes the same things, and it's just such a fucking drag. So it's like, all right, fine, then don't try to do that yet. Do something else. You know, what can you get excited about? What can you put your attention into? So if you do like hanging out with someone special, then enjoy it. Be in the moment. Be engaged in it. Be connected to the world through that passion. Okay, your flower whisperer says, now it's time to do what is best for you. And what is best for you is expressing your passion. And it does not even matter one bit what that is. It can be anything. It can be anything. It can be peppermint. You got peppermint essential oil. So peppermint sounds good. Do I have any peppermint in my drawer? That would help like wake me up. I kind of like fell into a funk, because like I thought I wanted to take a walk, and then, hold on, is this peppermint? No, it's rosemary. Maybe I don't have peppermint in my drawer. I have oils. Oh, here's rosemary. It's not peppermint. I just want to smell it. I think I have 2 rosemaries. All right, hey. Peppermint is all about clarity, awareness, and duality. It can also be about jealousy, lethargy, or lethargy, however we like to say it, and obstacles. So it's like when you're not following your passion, it's like you feel like 1,000 pounds and you have no interest in life and you don't care to do anything. It's like basically being a teenager. Like you're just like, I don't even care. You gotta love that teenager that actually is like, even if it's like they're going out to do bad things, at least they're motivated to do something. Good job, you lawbreakers. At least you're motivated. I am invigorated by the knowledge that the only obstacles in my path are the ones that I allow or create. So if there's anything standing in my way of feeling good and passionate and fun and full of zest in life, I created these obstacles, or I'm the one who's letting them lay there. I'm allowing it. I'm allowing the stagnation. So now it's the time to do what is best for me. Now it's time to do what is best for you. Now it is time to express our passion with self-heal. This beautiful little flower, Prunella vulgaris, all about responsibility. And you're like, well, what's fun about responsibility? Everything. Because once you realize that you are responsible for your happiness, your excitement, your health, your freedom, your fun, your everything, it's your responsibility, then you can be like, yeah, you know what? I am my own responsibility. And now it's time to do what's best for me. And what's best for me is doing something that I'm passionate about and that I love and I enjoy. And to hell if you think anything's going to stop me. So Self-Heal says, true healing is a journey that engages the whole of your being in a spiraling process of deeper and deeper levels of understanding and self-awareness. Self-Heal addresses a special connection between your soul and your body and encourages you to take responsibility for your own personal journey. So it's like you got to understand, like, if you've only scratched the surface of who you are and what excites you, and like this whole time you're like, that sounds great, but I really actually don't know what I'm passionate about, then you've got to spiral deeper within yourself to get to know that, to get to understand yourself more, be more self-aware. What sparks you? What floats your boat? What makes you feel alive? What makes your eyes open up a little bit bigger? What brings more oxygen into your lungs because your blood's pumping a little bit faster? Where is your passion? It's in there somewhere. You need the peppermint vibe to bring you to awareness and clarity, okay? You need to wake up a little bit and understand that it's your responsibility to make life enjoyable. Your plant spirit oracle is Calamus. It's got this really cool turtle on it, a painted turtle. And guess what? Here's another message of clarity and communication and insight. So I would say this last pile, number 92, is definitely like you need to get to know you. You need to get to know what is best for you. You know, it's like it's easy to fall into that rut of being bored or always doing and serving like other people's needs and just completely ignoring yourself. But it's like this turtle's like it's got this shell, and it's like, you know what, pull your head in the shell for a little bit, like just like have a little conference call with yourself. Like, okay, self, different selves, pull in all aspects of you. Be like, what do you guys want to do today? Like, what do you want to focus on? Is there anything anybody wants to do? Like, I know it sounds weird, but like actually take time to reflect and contemplate with yourselves and see what's up. See if you can communicate better with yourself, gain deeper insight, which is what self-heal was all about, that deeper level of understanding and self-awareness. Get that inner communication going on with you. No one else matters at this point. Now, that's not a direct, like a hard quote, but just for our purpose of connecting within. Don't take anyone else into consideration right now. What is it that is best for you? Just you. I'm not saying you always have to do this, but just for right now, think about what is really best for you. Like, if you can express any passion you want without anyone giving you any grief, repercussion, or shit, what would that be? What would you do if you could do anything you wanted? All right, your dragon butterfly is a Provencal fritillary, and it's on lavender with serenity. So really, that's what you said? Like, if you could do anything you wanted to take a nap? Is that what you said? You will be peaceful, though. More peaceful when you get to, maybe you do just want to lay out in the yard. I kind of just want to do that. I just want to get some sun on my buns and, on the back of my legs, just like a little bit. I love taking a nap in the yard. It's very peaceful until a snake crawls over you. But then do that. That's a start. All right, let's wrap it up. I'm exhausting myself. We're ending with choice. We're ending with choice, which is absolutely perfect because it's now it's time to do what is best for you. That will require you making a choice, maybe lots of choices. It's your responsibility now to choose wisely. Aw, and how you got the lavender serenity? Listen to this. I choose serenity, light, and positive energy. No matter what I go through, I choose happiness. I rise above fear and direct my thoughts to God. So if you've been holding back from living the way you'd like to, or doing things that would bring you happiness, or following your passions, expressing your passions, maybe you didn't want anyone to get jealous that you were giving to yourself. That sounds screwed up, but it's like people get jealous when you take time for yourself. Tell them to get over it, or don't even pay attention to that negativity anymore. You need to choose serenity. You need to choose light. You need to choose passion. You need to choose positive energy. And you'll gain that insight by going into your turtle shell and figuring yourself out. You rise above fear, and anything that you're not quite sure about, give over to God. Direct your thoughts to God. Maybe like, you know what? It's like, you're like, I don't know what I want to do because I just feel like I have greater purpose. And then you just open yourself up to the Holy Spirit at that point and be like, please guide me so that I am acting in my highest good, for the highest good of all. I really want more passion and more communication with myself. I really want more positive energy. I really want to move through these obstacles. Please help me and guide me and show the way, because I really do want to have more fun and more happiness. So just open yourself up to receiving that guidance of expressing your passion and doing what is best for you. Oh yeah, so I think I definitely want to take a nap. So thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed your pick piles. Like really intense kind of reflective messages today, but yet at the same time, just good reminders across the board. What are we passionate about? How can we get that inner strength and courage and inner faith to guide us through? And can we join a circus? Dang, we were like all over the place. All right, so anyways, thanks so much for joining me here at Ho. I hope you have a good weekend, regardless of how it goes. Yeehaw. Totally 92.